You have 7. Kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, lungs, and of course the skin. And your skin plays a major role in the detoxification process. I mean, if you look at the amount of toxins that are eliminated via sweat, it's a high amount. They say that you lose the majority of toxins during sweat as opposed to things like urinating and defecating and that type of thing. So it just goes to show how important of a detoxification organ the skin is. So, one of the things we carry at Batson Associates is something known as silver soap. So it's actually a soap that has colloidal silver. It has some minerals and it's specifically designed for helping persons with their skin. Go ahead and take it. Yeah. In the sense that, whatever your problem is, whether it's low problems with dandruff, if you have problems with psoriasis, those type of things, that is something that's going to help you. In a different, apart from that, hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to Mr. Sean Alford, man. Mr. Sean Alford should be listening to us in Los Angeles. He actually just joined us on Instagram. Sean, we have some business to discuss here, by the way. Yeah, that is someone who is quite versed in some levels of supplements, especially as it relates to immune therapy and that type of thing. A very good colleague of mine. We actually plan to start by bringing a particular line that we used to bring, which actually helps skin. And that is the brand that is, really help with immunotherapy, skin, collagen, that type of thing. Sean says, hey, great to see you. I only watch the best. I'll take that. Right? Let me give you, of course, those telephone numbers again. Our numbers for our offices, Shagona's number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. That office is located at the SS Erin Road, corner Ramsey Trace, and SS Erin Main Road in Davie. St. James is, of course, the Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. And Tobago is, of course, the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. Let me, of course, say again, I hope all the listeners, I hope everyone is safe. I hope you all take, the weather alerts that we have seriously. This water thing is really, so, try your best and safeguard your family first, property and everything else afterwards. Because you can always get back things. You can't get back people. All right? So you all be safe, take care of yourself, and follow the necessary precautions. So over to you, Karen, if we have any questions regarding what we're discussing, health and wellness in general, or just, the products and services available at Batson and Associates.
No questions coming in just yet, but listeners, you know how it works on this show. It is interactive. You have a question for Dr. Jason Batson, you can just WhatsApp us on 299-4103. How do they access the silver soap?
Yeah, well, they could call any one of the offices. It is available at all the offices. Just call first because I believe every office should have. We also have delivery service available. So, if you're delivering that or requesting that, the Alkagen water is always a pretty good mix as well when you're looking at skin, because the water has ORP, which is oxidative reduction potential, which means the water is an antioxidant water, 1. 2, it also is a microclustered water, so it actually helps to hydrate the cells. So someone who has a skin condition, maybe dry skin, oily skin, or serious issues like eczema and those type of things, that is something that you could actually take advantage of. We actually even have the silver mineral formula, which is the liquid that is to be used orally. So that's to use internal. And, all of those give some pretty great results as regards to skin and health in general. Okay, let me say a pleasant good morning and reminders to our listeners. Keep in mind our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And let me say a pleasant good morning to all our Facebook listeners. We have Miss Black Pearl Batson says good morning. Marge Hill says a blessed good morning, Dr. Batson and staff and all listening. Hope all is safe. Miss Lucy Lara says good morning, Dr. Batson. Stay safe, son. Miss Sharon Lee Simmons, pleasant good morning, Dr. Batson. So we have our Facebook battalion contingent, in bright and early. So again, if we have any questions, we'll of course go over to Karen. Yes, we do.
All right. So, yes, we do have a question for you. Good morning, Dr. Batson. I have some sores on my feet, been using everything possible. They look like they're fading and then they come right back. Any help?
What they said, sores?
Yes.
Okay, so I would imagine these are open sores. Did you get that impression?
Okay, so Texter, can you just give us a little more details? That would
information.
be great. Also, you let us know if you're diabetic.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Interestingly, Sunday gone, we had a program, and we actually had a caller who gave a testimony over the phone. We actually documented the testimony in our photographs and everything, because they had a family member they brought to us, and they had serious issues with a diabetic ulcer situation. It was really bad. And you wouldn't believe in 6 weeks' time, this person's foot actually healed up significantly. So, that's just to show you again, the importance of, what we do at Batson and Associates, primarily focusing on, a wise man once said, let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. That individual is someone by the name of Hippocrates, who is actually revered in the medical fraternity as being the father of Western medicine, or this new type of medicine that we know, right? Someone is asking, what do you think of bioresonance scans? I like them. I believe that they do have high levels of accuracy associated with them. That is why we have been using them at Batson and Associates for over 10 years now. We actually have some updated ones that we got, especially for the Tobago office. That office, of course, being nearing completion. So we should be ready, I'm hoping, by the end of this month. But with all this rain and bacchanal and you know how it is, we're looking at maybe mid-November. But in any case, we'll get it done before the year is out. But I do believe in bioresonance. The interpretation of the bioresonance is two completely different things. And that is where, Batson and Associates really makes its mark rather. Because so many persons would tell you, well, I went to this person and I'm not criticizing anyone, not at all. And I did this scan here and they tell me my lungs bad, my liver bad. The thing is, anyone could scan you. The interpretation and the experience is what gives Batson and Associates the edge. Because we actually now able, because of over 13 years of experience myself, and having dealt with so many different aspects of disease, whether it be gastrointestinal, cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, very soon we'll be opening our alternative arthritis and diabetes center. And that'll actually be on a ground floor location in Shogunas. That's something that we have been working on. Because, in Shogunas, because of the stairs, we can't really facilitate persons like that. So we'll actually be able to better serve the central community where that is concerned. Right? So that's something to look forward to. Yes, Karen.
All right. So we have a lot of questions for you today. Okay. So back to that message from the person asking about the sores on his feet. The top is dry, it's flaky, but if he were to scratch them, they ooze and it's clear inflammation that comes out.
Yeah, we will deal with that for you, man. What I suggest you do, come and have a consultation. If you are, well, I don't think you're debilitated based on what you're saying, so you can move. If not, we will do a consultation over the phone for you. Normal thing, but it's just going to be over the phone. Right? We would not necessarily be able to do any tests on you, of course, but sometimes that may not necessarily be necessary in the beginning, right? And you get some help. I mean, I don't understand why people suffer so long. I mean, granted, you may not know, but if you now realize that you're getting an option that is a viable, effective, efficient option, then you should utilize it. Right?
Would they be able to WhatsApp any photos of what it looks like?
Yes, they can. The WhatsApp number is 314. That's 314-9975. Again, 314-9975. For those of you international, well, of course, 868-314-9975. Right? You could send your photographs, your various reports, questions, that type of thing. Because the international consultation, we have been working on putting some things in place. We have started, but just the shipment aspect that we had some issues. So we actually did some reorganizing of what we actually shipping, and of course putting together various packages with different shipping agencies to give you the best price. So at least if we give you things like the nerve restore, which is a hit. Anyone who has any problem with stress and sleeping and anxiety and that type of thing, When you come to us, Nerve Restore is something you need to try. Take what I'm telling you. You will not be dissatisfied. Optimizer is also a very good pick as well. Santulan. So we're actually doing packages which will be like Optimizer, Santulan, Nerve Restore, and maybe the eye drop, depending on the circumstance, and we could always tweak it accordingly. But because of the weight and how small those packages really are, you know, it would be easy for you to get it at affordable rate, you know, based on shipping. That was the issue, you know. So again, you know, working to bring betterment to this entire situation. Over to you, Karen.
All right, here's another question for you. What are the benefits of a foot detox?
Well, foot detox basically operate on the aspect of energy medicine, removal of toxins from the body via liver, kidney. The thing is, a lot of people do not know that the largest pores in your body are under your feet. The easiest place for you to get any sort of issue or for your body to absorb things would be the palm of your hand, the sole of your feet, the opposite side of your elbow and the opposite side of your knee. That's the most permeable area where the skin is concerned. Under your neck too, under your arm, which is why, you know, because when you put those things, it goes directly into the bloodstream. So with the foot detox, the arrays actually, all toxins have polarity. So toxins have positive polarity. The machine creates a negative charge, so opposites attract. And it actually helps via the pores to detoxify the body. It works. It has helped a lot of persons with arthritis. It helps persons with problems with stiffness in the joints, that type of thing. And when we open that center there, which will be ground floor, you know, it will have different aspects of physiotherapy, massages, whatever the case may be, to actually, so it will be a one-stop shop as it relates to arthritis, diagnostics, you know, and which is just basically an extension rather of what we do at Batson and Associates. So that's something to look forward to.
Here's another question. My husband has sensitive skin. For example, if there's a mosquito bite or even sand flies, the skin becomes really irritated. There are blisters, those buttons filled with clear fluid, and then they get really dark. Also, his knees and elbow, they're also dark colored. What can help?
Well, definitely that's again, you know, as I said, your skin is one of the organs of detoxification, organ of elimination. So a lot of the times you find that it is going to manifest a lot of sickness. Boils, for example, I tell people, if you get boils, those large boils, and boils have a tendency that they do not have any sort of discretion. They go in places, the worst places. So you usually get boils very close to your genitals, close to your buttocks, under your hand. It goes in places that you don't like, your back and that type of thing. And the reason for that is because you have so much toxins in the body that you now have what we call auto-intoxication or self-poisoning, where you have toxins being circulated throughout the entire body. And because of that consistent circulation, nothing can heal properly. Your blood is essentially very dirty. I am not an advocate of purge backs. I tell people there's a reason why we did Santulan and why we got Santulan and why we advocate the use of Santulan so much, because Santulan is tried, proved, and tested in the sense that it is one, affordable, two, is a liquid, it's easy to use, simple instruction, empty stomach, which is either 30 minutes before a meal, 4.5 hours after a meal. It gives you a bowel movement 6 to 8 hours after you drink it. You don't want to, what more than that you want? Before, people would have had challenges where, in order for them to take a detox, they would actually have to take holidays. You know how to do that? I can remember the last time I haven't taken a holiday for what, more than 6-7 years. And I use Santulan every month. It hasn't stopped me. So it's a good way to maintain healthy intestines, healthy skin, healthy liver, you know, being a 7-channel detox, kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. So if you have problems with a lot of headaches, you have problems in your belly, always sitting here. You always have problems where you're constipated. You have problems where you find your skin look dark and, no offense, dingy. There's some people, the skin have no life in it. It looks dull. Watch me. You just know when people want detox. You know? I don't know how some of you all just be looking moxie so and don't all need that detox. And I'm not saying that to be rude or facetious in any way. I'm being honest, which is why I always tell people, do the mirror test. What is the mirror test? Go in a room in your privacy. We're not being rude or anything here. Take off all your clothes and look at yourself. And you tell me if you're satisfied with what you see. Watch everything. Watch the side of your face. Watch under your eyes. Look at under your arm. Look at by your stomach. You like what you're seeing? Is it that you find you can lose weight? Is it that you find under your neck is very dark? You know, some persons, your neck is a clear giveaway of diabetes because of all these markings and this sort of darkish circle. So, the body always speaks to you. The question most of the times is, are you listening? So if you really want help, if you're fed up being sick, if you want some good products to use, give us a call at Batson and Associates. We have things like the Nerve Restore, star product. We have people who wasn't sleeping for kind of 20 years, sleeping like babies now. The silver with the mineral formula, Boss, the silver soap, excellent. We even have the gel as well. So people who have problems with hemorrhoids, if you have problems with an ulcer, a sore, you can actually put the gel in, and that actually helps to improve or speed up healing. The inflammation formula, big product as it relates to pain and arthritis and that type of thing. So give us a call, give us a visit. Question?
Yep, you have a view. Good morning, Dr. Batson. Blue spots on the skin, sort of those blue-black kind of marks on the skin. Is that related to anemia, hair loss as well?
That's poor circulation. People are saying, people say you look like Sukunia Sokya. You get up and you see these big red blotches. Those are normally signs of poor circulation, especially peripheral circulation where you have some damage. So people, for example, who have things like varicose veins, spider veins, and those type of things, they they usually tend to have those bruising. So that's really circulation. So circulation tea, hypertension teas, those type of teas. We have our teas, we should have, let me say it correctly, by the end of this week, because they are here. It's just a matter of process of getting it to us, right? So you don't have much longer to wait. So make sure and call those of you who would have placed deliveries, but we don't have a little situation urine, but urine will eventually stop. And, hopefully we come back to some level of normalcy, right? So that's something to pay attention to. Let me give you those telephone numbers again for the Shogunas office. Shogunas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Gebe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. That office is at the Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, 226-4553. Over to you, Karen.
Okay. Yep. So, good morning, Dr. Batson. I have a GGO, which is ground glass opacity throughout the lungs with peripheral septal thickening. Mm-hmm. Is that a serious concern?
Yes, it is. Very serious concern. You need to be careful. You could end up with things like emphysema, or you end up in a situation where your lungs are compromised and you're very easy to open to infection. So you have to take into consideration things like COVID, which hasn't gone anyway, and plus we have now swine flu. And so in a case like that, the immune system or your lung immunity is significantly compromised. You need to work on that because you don't want to have them, because what they're going to recommend for you for that is steroids. They're going to tell you have to use prednisolone and those type of things, but we know that is very problematic. All right. We have a question on Instagram where Andrew Shazilan is asking, how do you treat severe colitis? And colitis, of course, is a disease or inflammatory bowel condition, which we treat at Batson and Associates. But those things require consultation because we're going to have to get all your history. If you're on things like prednisolone, sulfasalazine, and different types of inflammatory medication, we would have to know so we know what to give you so that there is no interaction, right? You would not have interaction, but I mean, it has to be somebody trained like myself and people who work with us who know exactly what we're doing, how to address that situation. Yes, Karen?
Right, so we have 10 minutes left. Can fasting or eating a little or just a couple of times a day eventually lower your A1C?
Of course it would. Intermittent fasting would do a lot of things. It will help you to lose weight. It will reduce your A1C. It will help your blood pressure read better. It could help cardiovascular problems, especially if we couple it with a protocol from Batson and Associates, which is we always encourage our clients and guide them to do intermittent fasting for that said reason and other advantages. So it's very good. Keep in mind too as well, you could also check out the eye optics formula, that eye drop. We have a lot of persons, the eye drop who have problems with blurred vision, you're having problems with cataract, glaucoma, those type of things. The eye optics formula is something that you could actually look into. So those of you, where if you're serious, the thing is when we're dealing with skin problems, when we're dealing with inflammatory bowel diseases like ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, we prefer we do a consultation with you, even if it is on the phone, if it's a Zoom consultation, if you're abroad, whatever the case may be, so that we're able to actually give you better results. Someone is asking, what would you recommend for insulin resistance? Again, that's consultation, because it means we're going to have to break down the basic and the fundamental aspects of your health as it relates to the condition of your gastrointestinal system, the condition of your liver, the condition, which your liver is a major organ of detoxification, but it is also a digestive organ. It is a metabolic organ. So we have to know if those things are working properly, and the only way we can do that is some level of assessment. Okay, so feel free to call the telephone numbers. If you're overseas, that number will be 868-314-9975. And of course, the office for Chaguanas, that number is 222-826-122-8261. Yes, Karen.
Okay, so back to skin conditions. So white spots on the skin, what could that be?
But usually that's referred to as liver spots. But that has a lot to do with melatonin and D3 deficiency, that type of thing. A lot of people do not know that D3 is one of the most important things for your skin, especially as it relates to melatonin and those type of age spots and that type of thing, right? So again, it has to do with deficiency. Someone, Ms. Jacqueline Rogers Blackman, is asking, Doc, can age-related macular degeneration be treated? Yes, it can, and successfully too, because age-related macular deficiency or degeneration usually has to do with deficiency, vitamin, mineral deficiency, but most importantly, malabsorption, or the body's inability to properly absorb your food. Because a lot of people take vitamins, a lot of people eat healthy, in inverted commas, but how many of them actually derive maximum benefits from what they're taking? They can't, because they have a digestion problem. They actually have improper assimilation, as we call it. Okay? Yes.
Right, so here's another question for you. Can you treat ductal ectasia at your clinic?
Ductal ectasia. Now they're going to send me. I'm going to have to look and see what that is.
Ductal ectasia, it's a breast condition. It's non-cancerous though.
Doctor, that's not. I just want to see what they would have. Okay. Mamrina is a benign non-cancerous breast condition in which when milk duct in the breast widens and its wall thickens. Okay. All right. But yeah, that is yeah, we could treat that, man. That has to do with hormonal imbalance. That's why I wanted to look and see what it is they had there. Because it would involve a hormone situation where the ducts of the bust, they are wider and the walls begin to thicken. So that's some level of inflammatory condition. So again, proper detoxing, proper hydrate. The problem with so many people since Jesus Christ is that they do not drink water. Sorry. Sorry to say, put it across like that. They do not drink. Why? It is you all to understand how important it is to drink water. The reason why a lot of people have so many problems is because they are dehydrated, and hydration is everything, right? So that's something you need to do. Yes, we deal with bleeding behind the eyes, Miss Indra. Chulhan Baliram is asking, and we deal with that quite successfully. I am not an advocate of these injections and people doing laser in your eyes, and then when they come and all they're blind, it's then only coming for us to fix it for you all. You know, get a second or third opinion first, especially with vital organs like your eyes. You don't let people just go in your eyes just like that. When you're blind, you know what's going on. It's your, you know, as people say, you have to deal with it. Okay?
Right, here's another question for you. This is from a parent of a 17-year-old boy. Some red patches noticed on his legs for close to 2 years. Some parts look like dead skin. It dries up sometimes, but then they return, and it's very itchy. He's not diabetic.
No, he had to come for a consultation. That's serious, though. Consultation. I know which part you're located. We have Debe office. I'm working Saturday in Debe, where God's willing, let's hope the weather permits, right? Tomorrow, please God, I should be in St. James. I didn't get to go to Chaguanas yesterday, but we did have some persons who maintained their appointments. But we'll always reschedule you all, you know, unforeseen circumstance. But yes, if you can get a consultation, because that is serious, especially based on because I've gotten a vivid mental picture of what it is you just described to me based on how well you described it. And that is serious, especially when you say that they're actually red and they dry and they, no, that's serious. That's serious. That could be even on the line later turn into problems associated with cancer and that kind of thing. And the thing is, that is not, cancer now is not surprising. No, I'm not saying is that, please do not get frightened or scared out of your minds. But I'm just saying that a 17-year-old or 15-year-old with cancer now is not an oddity. It is not. It actually becoming too much of the norm for me. It's too close to comfort for us. And I think the reason for that is because we have such a high level of obesity and high level of obesity and this thing, diabetes, that, you know, we take so many things for granted, and that's something that you shouldn't do. We need to do better, especially where these young children are concerned. We have too many children now that are, it's really bad. So keep in mind those telephone numbers for the Shoguna's office is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That's 220-8113, 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Ensure that you message us, you follow us on Facebook. We have some new testimonies up there. We have Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we have Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we have Batson and Associates Trinidad. Someone is asking about, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I just have a question here, and you're right about all the skin conditions being a popular topic because so many people are texting in about this itchy feeling that they have. So this is someone who sent in a message. She's experiencing itching all over the body, and she's really, really frustrated with it because it just comes on and it just starts itching all over.
So that's what we call
cream. What do you use?
No cream ain't gonna help that. That's what we could, you know, people have a saying, you hear people mention you have mad blood. You ever hear people say that? Right. So that is how mad blood is behaved. But your blood not mad. Your blood is excessively toxic. That's why. And your liver, people don't understand any allergic reaction that you have in the body is modulated by your liver. You know? Your liver is what determines or picks up these chemicals as toxic and give a response. So a lot of times it means that you just have a real, no offense, please, people do not take this. I don't hear what I find a little rough. Don't take it personal, but it means that you have a lot of rubbish, a lot of toxins in here. That might sound hard to believe, but it is possible, and it can be corrected. But let me tell you something: using antibiotics, using steroids, no, you're spinning. You're going to kill yourself. I'm telling you. That's why you all end up so sick. Your liver bad, your kidney bad, you're going dialysis because you basically didn't deal with the root cause of the problem. So feel free to give us a call. Look out for that new weight loss / diabetic / arthritis / skin. I talk about skin so much, I feel like I pass skin clinic day too. So, you know...
someone is asking if you have nerve restore at the Shoguna's office.
Shoguna's office, yes, they do. They actually got delivered yesterday. So we have. Keep in mind, you may be calling the phones and you might be getting some problems because we had to adjust how staff would go out and we was on our wait and see. So if you do call the office and you don't get any response, you know, just bear with us. They will, if they don't call you back later, they will call you in the morning, please God. Okay?
All right. Can you just repeat the WhatsApp number?
Yes, that WhatsApp number is 314-9975. That's 314-9975. Someone is asking if you're diagnosed with leptospirosis and liver is affected, can you be taken as the person is hospitalized? Or can it be taken if the person is hospitalized? That person who asks that question, you have to send that message to 314-9975. So the person on Instagram who is Betosha, well, this is some real fancy name, boy. You can send that message to 314-9975 and I'll guide you accordingly. Okay, so remember that information. Remember, we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook, on Instagram. We are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. So the listeners of 103.1 FM, God bless. Continue to be safe in all this rain. Make sure and take care of yourself, your family first. And God bless.
Thank you very much.
Great
to see you again.
Same to see you as well. Glad.
All right. right, so you've been listening to a special 30-minute program on 103.1 FM brought to you by Batson and Associates, supporting health naturally with Dr. Jason Batson. That was a paid program. The views expressed within were not those of 103.1 FM.
Right, so social media family, I know you guys had a lot of questions and some of them I was able to get. But we have a program again from 1:15 to 1:45. That was going to be on Freedom 106.5 FM. So you can stay tuned to that. And I think I'm going to actually continue this topic about skin. Also, we will be live with DJ Mamu on what I cannot remember as the frequency, but Shaki, you have that up already?
Internet radio, DJ Mamu.
Yeah. But do we have an address for them to how are they going to join us on that?
Through social media.
Okay, they just right, just do just do what we do here. Okay, good. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. All I know is an old man. I ain't too tech savvy. Yeah. So you could join us for that with DJ Mamu. Looking forward to that. DJ Mamu is someone I worked with for quite some years, very experienced broadcaster. So I think we're gonna have a very good discussion, and I know his program is widely listened internationally, London, Canada, that type of thing. So we're gonna get some good feedback. Hopefully, those of you who have family outside, you could also let them know so that they as well would be able to benefit. Okay, so I see you guys who are able to rejoin us from 1:15 to 1:45 on 106.1.5, sorry, FM.
6.5.
Yes. Yeah, too many radio stations to remember. But take care.